Hi everyone. Look how professional I look. I'm all dressed up and I have a microphone and I even have a tripod, but you can't see it because I'm using it. Yeah, I'm at a basement also, so don't this is the whole basement background. Enjoy it. Yeah, I have been wanting to upload for so long. All right, let's just get right into it. This video is about things I like to fantasize about, but they're very specific. They're oddly specific. And yeah, I have to check if the microphone is on. Wait. So here are things I like to dream about when I'm daydreaming or like when I'm listening to a really suitable music for these very niche, very specific things. I've been thinking about them lately and I have some theories about them. Okay, let's just get right into it. So the first thing, which is very prominent, I fantasize about that pretty often. And it is where I am in a ballroom with so many other princesses, and I'm a princess, and there are like other princesses from other kingdoms, and we are all having like a ball. We are all just like dancing and we are all wearing like fancy like huge dresses and we're all having fun and we all look so elegant and we have like huge hairs and everything, and there's like a violin playing like a really nice classical kind of music. I fantasize about that whenever I'm listening to a really get in the mood for like a classical music, but not really like classical music, but like ball dancing kind of music. And it's like dancing and like having fun in like a really elegant way, and everyone is so elegant and so like we are all wearing like so fancy dresses. I feel like the reason why I find comfort in thinking about that is probably because as a child me and my sister, we had this like movie archive thing that our dad gave us, and it was basically full of like animated movies and like Smurfs, Shrek, like what else, like so like Rapunzel, like all these Disney princesses. And I would watch those like fantasy movies. They were like full of like balls, like princesses, and everyone was just like, and it's like a core memory to me, like whenever I think about those balls and like those princesses, it brings me back to my childhood and that like pure feeling of adornment, like I'm adoring what I'm looking at, I feel like it brings me to my childhood, and that's why it brings me like peace, and that's why I like to fantasize about like dancing in a ball with other princesses, like this. It's so elegant. We're so elegant and everyone knows how to dance. I have never ball danced in my entire life, and I do not know how to, and I'm a pretty clumsy person, so I'm pretty sure I would mess it up and it would be like a domino effect. Like I would fall and everyone would just like, because I would fall on someone else, that someone else would fall on someone else. So everyone in the ball is like on the ground. They're like, who invited this princess of clumsiness, literally. But yeah, what the blub, that would be so fun. Anyways, that's one thing I fantasize about very, very often. I literally did that this morning. I woke up and turned on a really ball like music and I was like so elegant. Other thing I fantasize about living in a forest clan. All right, like I mean, have you seen the movie Avatar, the blue people? Yeah, like that. They live in a forest kind of place, and they have like their own clans, and they have their own like everything. They hunt. They have their own trees. They have their own little thing going on. They're independent, fully off the grid, but they live so peacefully, like a family of 1,000 people. Yeah, I fantasize about that because like I think of myself like as a part of the clan. I would go and find like berries in the forest and I would bring it to the clan. That's something I fantasize about. Just like bringing strawberries to wild strawberries. They taste delicious, but some of them are very poisonous. So I know which ones are the poisonous. So they always send me with a group of trainees, and I show them like this is poisonous and this is not. bring this home with us, and then we make like a good meals with them, and we dance by the fire at night, and we eat meat all the time, protein, and we're all just like so athletic. We can run like really fast. It always rains. I love rain. And it always rains. Always like leaves, like we get in the jungle, we try to hunt, and like there are leaves everywhere. I'm like, get out of the way, get out of the way. I have like my little knife, like I cut everything on my on my way and to reach the prey with a little jungle ambient music, you know, like, hey, that's my vibe right there. I love jungles. But here's the thing, I am scared of bugs. Not all of them, but I kind of am. So like one of my alter egos would probably be a queen in the jungle. She would rule those lands, okay? And she would have a tiger, like a pet tiger. Yeah. That's what I'm talking. That's the kind of vibe I'm talking about. Anyways, the third thing and the last thing of this video, I mean, it's not really like a utopic, like a fantasy world. It's rather like real, but I really like that feeling, so I think about it again and again and again. And it is the feeling of you are sunbathing, right? And then you're all warm. You're too warm, in fact. You wanna take a dip in the water, you know? You jump in the sea, but it's morning, so the seawater is cold, but it's not an annoying cold. It's the perfect, nice, cold seawater. And you just like, you're so warm, your skin is like so hot, and then you want to take a dip in the sea, and you jump, and the whole like cold water, it's just like, you feel it all over your body. It is one of the most awakening feelings ever, and I love that feeling so much. The first dip in the sea is one of the best feelings ever, especially you're too warm, water's kind of cold because it's morning. I love morning water. Morning seawater is just something else. At night it gets warm, but it's like it's too warm. It's kind of like but yeah, cold morning water, hell yeah. I love that. So sometimes I like to just, when I want to like a little refreshing moment, I'm like, so exhausted. I'm like, I'm so exhausted. I need to think of something that's going to like refresh me. That's what I think of. And I'm like, ooh, yeah. But yeah, now I'm relaxed. That just like, I like to think of that. Also, speaking of cold water, I have been recently trying cold shower, and I used to try it, but it was so cold that I would like turn it off immediately, so I wouldn't really experience the cold water. But lately I've been trying, like literally trying to stay on the cold water more than 2 minutes, and it's like life-changing, literally life-changing. It is one of the most refreshing things. It's close to that feeling, that morning water feeling. It's not the same, obviously. Come on, who can top seawater? I love sea, but yeah, it's like a similar feeling, and I am gonna keep doing that because that's really good. And I really recommend, like after that shower, you feel like, bring it on. I'm ready for everything, like you're so ready for everything again, and you're so fueled, and you're so pumped, and you're like anyways, I have billions of more things I fantasize about, because I'm such a daydreamer, and I like to like dream of, like, I'm such a dreamer in general, like I'm just like I'm that kind of person. But I'm frequently, pretty often daydreaming. These were like only 3 things relevant to my recent life that I just wanted to share. And thank you for watching. I really enjoyed this little video. Let me know what you dream of when you're daydreaming. Hope it's not something bad. That would not be appropriate for my yet to grow YouTube channel. But other than that, you're free. Don't be embarrassed, because I wasn't embarrassed when I told you that I like to think that I'm a princess. Okay, so summer's on the corner. I'm so excited for summer. Thank you for watching. I love you for watching my video. Mwah. Okay. Yeah, be good to your parents. Always be grateful and keep dreaming. Dreamer. Yeah. Bye. I'm in a basement, baby.